Have you always wanted to try dropshipping? Well, I know I have. And so finally I mustered up the courage to go ahead and do it. And I threw whatever money I had to try and make this successful. And in the end, I made a profit of $0. A 100% loss. And so if you're wondering, how much did I lose in a dollar value? What mistakes did I make? And how can you make sure that you're not a fool like me? Well, make sure you stick around all the way to the end of this video because I'm going to tell you. I'm going to go through all of my expenses and why they didn't work. I'm going to give you my top 4 lessons. I'm going to show you a free product research tool. I'm going to reveal what product I was using and the store that I was using. And if that wasn't enough, I'm also going to tell you whether I think dropshipping is actually viable. As you can probably tell, this video is jam-packed with valuable information that I've crafted just for you. But the best way to continuously succeed is to like and subscribe to this channel. Now, time is money and I don't plan on wasting yours, so let's get into it. Lesson number 1. Don't blindly trust gurus and software. How many times have you had dropshipping gurus trying to sell you their course? How many times have you heard about this revolutionary new software that's going to make you a dropshipping king or queen? I know I'm constantly bombarded with these, and it's really hard not to fall into a false sense of hope and optimism. But when you're first starting out, you're kind of backed into a corner. And to be honest, you do need help. So I've went and tried and failed so you don't have to. I did quite a bit of research and I found that the Ecom Chef website was one that I could use to find my product. And then I also bought the Bahiza, I think that's how you say his name, his course on dropshipping to know how to start and how to sell products. I thought, worst case scenario, I can make this video and help you through my journey and my experience. Just as an FYI, for the whole of this video, all of the currency will be in Australian dollary dues. So first costs, Ecom Chef were running a trial for $10. Bahiza, he was selling a course for about 394 Australian dollars. I signed up to this Ecom Chef trial really excited. It sounded amazing. But guess what I found out straight away? They hadn't updated a single product since November 2020. November 2020. This means right now it's actually impossible to find a product through their platform to sell. I was in absolute shock. So I emailed their support and guess what? And I still haven't heard a response from them. I'm actually really surprised that they're able to sell this software. So make sure you hit that like and subscribe button so that you can get this video out to the world so no one falls into the trap of buying Ecom Chef. Because honestly, it's such a scam, it's ridiculous. Okay, now moving on to Bahiza's course. This course was actually okay. It gave me the tools to get started and to build a website. And I don't know, not to toot my own horn, but I actually think my website looked pretty nice. But in all honesty, most of the stuff you can get from his course, you can actually find on YouTube. With a price tag of $394 dues, I just don't think this is worth it. Also, even though I was a bit chuffed with the website that I built, it really doesn't cut it when it comes to comparing to the competition. So to summarize, my first lesson is don't trust gurus and their software. But unfortunately, I really don't know how else to figure out whether it is a scam or not a scam without actually just going and buying the software or buying the course and then figuring out yourself. Luckily, I was the fool who tried and failed, so you don't have to. But don't worry, your boy is not a quitter, so I went back and hit the books and did some more research and tried to find a different way to find a product. And then I found Anstrax Ultimate. This is actually a free software right now because it's in its beta form. I'll leave a link down in the description below for everyone. So using this software, I was able to find a trending product and then I used Bahiza's course to create the website. I should mention that I use Shopify for this, of course, and I would recommend that everyone does that. The trial was free, but it was going to cost me $50 when the trial ended. So I've done a quick little snippet because I want to be fully transparent. This is what the product page looked like. And honestly, as I said before, I was really proud. But right now, I'm down $404 due, and I'm not really feeling that great about this whole situation. But then what happens next made everything even worse. Lesson 2. Make sure you set up everything correctly, otherwise you're going to run into a lot of issues like I did. Okay, so at this point I've got my store set up and my website, but now I want to create my social media accounts and start selling on Facebook. This part is really important, so listen up. I watched David Fogarty's video on how to set up Facebook advertising, and he stressed so much of keeping things separate. And this honestly gave me an anxiety attack and really stressed me out. And so I wanted to try and keep everything separate. So I made a separate Facebook page, a separate Facebook account, and a separate Facebook manager for business. And then I was really excited and I got ready to launch. And so when I clicked yes to start advertising, bam, I got banned. Why? It took me ages to figure out. Basically, when I created that separate new Facebook page for myself, Facebook saw this as me trying to create a fake Jordan profile. So this is a really important lesson for you. Make sure you have your personal Facebook account and then create separate business Facebook accounts. If you don't do this, Facebook will ban you. So then I went back and fixed my mistakes and I was in review. So I basically couldn't sell anything just yet. But I was still really determined to try and sell some products and use some sort of advertising. And this moves me on to lesson 3. Lesson 3 is be really careful of influencers on Instagram. So this part's really important. When you create an Instagram account for your business like I did, you're going to get people coming up to you telling you, "Ooh, you're so amazing. I love your product. Wow, let's make you rich." And this sounds too good to be true because it is. But I wanted to give them the benefit of the doubt. And I also wanted to test this for you. So I went ahead and engaged with one of these people. Isabella with the fake Charisse Theron account page approached me and said, "Hey, I'll advertise your product on my social media or her Instagram page for $30. She was promising me instant success. If you do this, you'll get heaps of sales. And I was like, I know there's no way this is true, but I may as well test it. And that way you guys don't have to make this mistake. And so with a bit of negotiation, I managed to get this down from 30 USD to 30 AUD and we launched. I waited really patiently. I was so excited. I woke up the next day and I got 0 sales. So please make sure you don't fall for these scammers because I don't want this to discredit influence marketing at all. I think this can work, but you have to do it the right way, not this way. And that is lesson 3. So by this stage, I'd spent $10 on ecom share, $394 on Buyer Hayes' course, $30 on Instagram advertising for a total of $434. 0 sales. Not great. So with that huge fail, let's move on to the next lesson where I fail even more. So lesson 4 is a quick one. You need to beat competitors. You can't just sell trending products. Dropshipping gurus are always saying, just find a trending product, sell the trending product, and then you're all good. This is absolutely wrong. I tried selling this massage gun that was hugely trending and hugely popular. And I found it through Anstrex. As I said before, I tried selling this with Instagram ads and that didn't work. So then I was like, well, maybe I could use Google ads. And so I went and spent $36 on Google ads. And guess what? Again, I got 0 sales. You might be asking, why? Because while trending products are popular and they are selling, you still need to beat the competition. When you look at the competition for massage guns and look at their websites, you can see that they're absolute pros and they put heaps of money into this. Buyer Hayes' course helped me make a really nice website. But if you compare it to the other websites, it's not even close to as good. Okay, so are you ready for the final tally of how much I spent? At this stage, I'd spent $10 on ecom shop, $394 on Buyer Hayes' course, $30 on Instagram ads, and $36 on Google AdSense. At this point, my Facebook ad account got unbanned, but the product itself, the massage gun, was still banned. And so I couldn't sell anything on Facebook ads. Also at this point, my Shopify account actually expired the trial period, so I got charged $50. A total loss of $520. And guess what? I'd sold nothing. And so at this point, I decided to stop and reassess. And so do I think dropshipping is still viable? Honestly, if you do this properly and you have a chance to be properly successful, you need to work with the manufacturer, create and improve on a product, create a brand, and then market it correctly to the right audience. If you are looking to make money quickly, I don't think this is for you. But, if anyone's made heaps of money on dropshipping, leave me a comment down below. Personally, I think the future is more in fulfillment by Amazon, which I plan on starting up soon. But honestly, I think the backbone of really investing and creating money is through stocks, ETFs, and property. And I've made a video on going through the benefits and cons of ETFs and property up here. If you want a more passive way to make money, I've also made a video on passive investing apps, link up top somewhere. If you want more finance and money-making ideas or just general education, make sure you like and subscribe to this channel. As always, next step, invest, and maybe don't invest in dropshipping. And as always, check out more videos here or here or here. Anyway, and I'll see you again soon.